JP Morgan, Jamie Dimon confirming that people in crypto will be millionaires. Remember, do what they do, not what they say. In today's video, we're going to break down how Jamie Dimon continues to call Bitcoin a pet rock on some older videos, but I'm also going to break down what is actually happening. So over the next couple months, people are going to lose faith because it's going to get really, really dark, really, really volatile. But I'll tell you what you're experiencing is a shift in your financial system that will be here for the next 100 years. My name is Coach JB. What I work to do is make very complex macro and microeconomic strategies very simple so the normal everyday person can implement them. We've helped hundreds of people understand how I personally ensure my wealth. I pull from high risk, high return assets like crypto. I pull profits down into insurance. I insure my family and I insure my wealth. If you want to learn how to do that, click the description down below to set up a free consultation with my insurance team. And in my social media platform, click that link. You can set up a free consultation completely separate from my 3T Warrior Academy that I talk about on the back end of every video. All right, so let's dive right into this. Okay. So I want to continue to bring these back to you guys because we often start to lose faith in this because first they resist it, then they sue it, then they regulate it, then they join it. We're now in regulation and joining phase. And a lot of people are going to panic sell. A lot of people are going to lose faith. They're going to lose patience. And if you can't be patient, you will get wrecked 100% of the time. So we're going to watch this video. This is a couple months ago where Jamie Dimon talks about cryptocurrency, but I'm going to show you what's actually happening behind the scenes. Remember, when he talks, people move, but they're often doing the opposite of what they're saying.
Too many words in that. Cryptocurrencies, there are two types. There's a cryptocurrency which might actually do something. Think of a cryptocurrency as an embedded smart contract in it, and that we can use it, buy and sell real estate, and move data. That may have value.
The idea of tokenizing.
Tokenizing things that you do something with. And then there's one.
They're giving you the hint, guys, real world assets, real world. But listen what he's about to say. He's going to talk about Bitcoin.
Which does nothing. I call it the pet rock, the Bitcoin or something like that. And so on the Bitcoin, there's, first of all, and I'm not trying to make a joke here. There are use cases, AML, fraud, anti-money laundering, tax avoidance, sex trafficking. Those are real use cases.
So that's the use cases that he believes Bitcoin is for, okay?
And you see it being used for hundreds, maybe 50 or $100 billion a year for that. That is the end use case. Everything else is people train among themselves. So
speculate.
Yeah. Now, okay. Now, my last statement, the last time I ever talk about Bitcoin is I defend your right to do Bitcoin. I think, it's okay. I don't want to tell you what to do. So my personal advice would be don't get involved, but I don't want to tell any one of you what to do. It's a free country.
What do you make of the other firms, the BlackRocks of the world that obviously, and Larry Fink changed his view of this, obviously. Yeah. And maybe he changed his view because you think he genuinely believes in Bitcoin or believes it because he thinks that there's a marketplace for it and he wants to be part of that market. But what do you think of there's about a dozen big financial companies, Fidelity included.
Number one, I don't care. So just please stop talking about this shit. And I don't know what he would say about blockchain versus currencies that do something versus Bitcoin that does nothing. And maybe that's not different than me. But this is what makes a market. People have opinions.
Okay, so there's his opinion on it, okay? But we're going to go through. Now we need to decipher what he's saying, okay? So they talk about Bitcoin being a pet rock, but tokenization, distributed ledger technology. So this is from JP Morgan's website 1 year ago, Web3 Explained, okay? They're going to talk about tokenization of assets, but I'm going to show you JPM coin, and I'm going to show you what JP Morgan is doing around Bitcoin. So check this out.
Entire model around Web3 centers on ownership, and this is underpinned by digital assets enabled by blockchain technology. And here we're seeing a huge shift towards better models for even owning things like your digital identity. We see the shift from Web 2 to Web 3 really happening on three vectors. One is around infrastructure and assets. Here we see a shift from centralized closed ecosystems to open source, decentralized blockchain platforms. And with that, a huge explosion of digital assets that can be created. Second is around payments. Again, moving from these closed ecosystems where payments are largely account-based to a token-based model where assets and value can move together and peer-to-peer in a much simpler fashion. And finally, people. We see people actually demanding the ability to own their online digital assets and their online digital identity as opposed to being renters of the value that they're creating online.
Now, digital assets are a huge component of Web3. What are the main types of digital assets and key considerations for each? And where does this concept of wallets fit into the picture?
So digital assets is this really broad term, but really it's anything that is represented and transferred over a blockchain. We actually think about breaking digital assets into 4 categories. First is cryptocurrencies. This is Bitcoin and Ether, assets that are native to a given blockchain protocol. Then we have payments tokens like stablecoins and central bank digital currencies that really enable the faster, more seamless movement of money over blockchain.
New financial system.
Third, we have traditional assets, which are tokenized securities, and bringing those onto blockchain. Think about stocks, bonds, even real estate. And
so I just want to share that with you. That's what's happening, guys. This is what's happening. So Jamie Dimon will tell you it's a pet rock and all that stuff. Yeah, and he's talking specifically around Bitcoin, but they are tokenizing everything. They are going digital. This is their own system. JP Morgan, digital solutions for enabling instant bank transfers, clearing in multi-bank, multi-currency assets on a permission distributed ledger. Okay. This is also recently, JP Morgan disclosed 731,000 of spot Bitcoin ETF investments in BlackRock's IBT. That's JP Morgan, guys. In BlackRock's spot Bitcoin ETF. Do as they do, not as they say. Do as they do, not as they say. Now, the caveat that he said is, hey, it's a free market. I want to let people make decisions. But if you're constantly telling the public that it's a pet rock, that it's used for money laundering, of course, what are they going to think? When Jamie Dimon speaks, people listen. So for me, I got exposure to some of these assets, things like Bitcoin, XRP, XLM, VeChain. I'm not going to go through everything, but I have exposure across supply chain management, infrastructure, gaming, and it's a very speculative asset to me because of this stuff, because we're in regulation and joining phase. So I have a strict exit plan. I'm holding 50% legacy long-term. Okay. I'm exiting 50% as the market goes up. I use Merlin, the smartest way to track your crypto. You can all download it 30 days for free down below. I'm the co-founder creator. You can set up an exit plan. Our team can help you set up an exit plan. We have online customer service and actual phone customer service where you can set up an exit plan so you can get alerts to exit the markets. I pull from high risk, high return, and I put it into insurance. I max fund my index universal life policies. That's what I personally do. I'm only speaking from my paradigm. During the crypto bull run, I'm going to buy more real estate. I'm going to invest in more companies. I'm going to work to create more cash flow. And then as these economic cycles come, the AI boom comes, I'll be investing in innovative technologies that have high risk, high return. I'll pull it from the top of the risk pyramid, pull it back down and repeat the process. I'll be buying more real estate for stability. I'll be buying precious metals for stability, specifically silver for me. I'll be using Bitcoin as my gold. And that's what the game I'm going to play. That's exactly what I'm doing. And like I said, you have to watch why are they pushing back so hard on this? Because America's in a really tough position right now. Cryptocurrency is a decentralized system and there's a centralized system. They're trying to pull it all up underneath the banking system. Once they have a black swan to make you believe it's not safe, I guarantee your banks will be custodying your crypto. So number 1, have a game plan. Number 2, follow the game plan. Number 3, stop trying to get rich quick. And if your favorite influencer is teaching you, oh, you're going to get rich, it's like, it has to be a calm, fundamental strategy, and you have to have diversification outside of cryptocurrency. So I hope this information helps. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Currently right now, as I'm doing these videos, I am traveling in Peru. So I got these videos done for you guys. I want to make sure you guys had the content on a deep spiritual journey and a spiritual walk, continuing to strengthen my relationship with Christ. So I love you guys. I appreciate you, but all the content will still be here for the next couple of weeks, and we'll see you soon. Warriors, rise, get your shit together. Let's go.